Hey there family, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna have a little bit of a chat. Now, lately I've been seeing all these videos on YouTube about the natural hair community being toxic and people are quitting the natural hair community. And these videos made me think, like, have I experienced the natural hair community to be toxic lately? And I have. But I also started to think, I might be part of the problem. Now, if you want to know how I, and low-key maybe even you, might be part of the problem, keep watching. So for me personally, this entire conversation started with the video by Nappy-Headed Yoyoba that I saw, this video. And honestly, she just said that she was divesting or quitting the natural hair community or making natural hair content, and that for her, that was very healthy. And it was healthy because she started seeing a whole lot of toxic things in the natural hair community, and it started affecting her. And y'all, I felt seen. After I saw that video, of course, my timeline was flooded with all the other influencers who were saying that they were quitting the natural hair community as well. Now, I'm making this video and I'm starting with a disclaimer. I'm not quitting the natural hair community just because I personally feel that that's not a solution. I feel like all of us collectively, we make up the natural hair community. If we all make up the natural hair community and the natural hair community has become toxic, that means there's something in us that is making it toxic. If we just quit, we're not solving any problems. We're just taking parts of the problem. We're gonna join other communities and we're gonna bring those problems to those communities and corrupt those communities. Now that I've said that, I want to show you, actually expose myself, how I feel like I'm part of the problem. You can kind of do some self-reflection and see if that might be the case for you, and we can see, like, what can we do? So during this video, I'm also gonna list some of the really good points I feel like multiple videos have made. So I'm just gonna place a few of the videos on the screen that I feel were very good, and I'm also gonna link them in the description box. The biggest problem that I feel is worth mentioning is texturism. So texturism is a preference for a looser curl type over a tighter curl type, or it is a fetish for a looser curl type. And when I tell you that Nappy-Headed Yoyoba said texturism, no, colorism ran, no, I'm getting it wrong. Colorism walked so that texturism could run, no truer words were said. I really do feel like in the natural hair community, we have changed the definition of good hair. It used to be that good hair was straight hair, and now it seems like we've morphed the good hair into meaning type 3 perfect curls with volume. There are two problems with this that I started noticing in myself. First of all, I started noticing that I was slowly but surely starting to love my hair less. I still love my hair, don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong, but I started expecting it to do things that it's not meant to do. Like, for instance, my hair does not have a very strong curl pattern when it's wet. I have type 4 hair. I've done a rod set, so nobody's confused. I have type 4 hair. It's thick, and when it's wet, it's very poofy, doesn't really have a curl pattern. I started to expect my hair to have a stronger curl pattern, so I started experimenting with hacks and hair care techniques so that my hair could do that, because that's what I was seeing on YouTube. And people with type 4 hair having perfect curl patterns. So I'm here in a corner thinking, like, what's wrong with me? Why don't you do that? Like, why are you betraying me? That's why I feel that texturism is even more damaging than wanting to have straight hair. When we had straight hair, we knew we didn't like our hair. We knew, like, we were pressing it, and it's like, no, I don't want my hair to be kinky. You knew you didn't like it. With texturism, it's sneaky, because you think you like your hair. You just want it to look a certain way that it doesn't want to look like. So you feel like you're not the problem. It's your hair that's the problem. Get why I'm saying it's really sneaky? So I just noticed that the longer I started watching and consuming so much natural hair videos, I started to compare myself, and I started to be very unsatisfied with what I saw when I looked in the mirror. And to think that a natural hair community started as a place where we wanted to accept ourselves, that's actually kind of sad. And honestly, yes, you might be looking at me and thinking, that's a you problem, sweetie. Don't come and bring it and make it a we problem. And I get that, because for very long, I actually thought that it was a me problem. I thought that I was comparing myself and I should just work on myself. But I watched a lot of these natural hair community is toxic videos, and almost every single person was saying the same thing. It's not a me problem if everybody is saying the same thing. That's a we problem, okay? Which brings me to the second problem with texturism. If I notice it, and everybody else notices it, the YouTube algorithm definitely knows. So another thing that people were saying is like, listen, it's harder for people with type 4 hair, especially 4C hair, to grow on YouTube, because people with looser curl textures are growing quicker. People are watching their videos more. They grow quicker in numbers, but also YouTube is recommending them more. But before we all go and get angry at the YouTube algorithm, the YouTube algorithm just exposes us to our fewer behavior. So if people that look like you, who watch natural hair content like you, if they have two videos of someone with 4C hair and someone with 3C hair or 3B hair, if they constantly choose the video with 3C hair over the other one, guess which one YouTube is gonna recommend you? Even if you only watch people with 4C hair, YouTube is always going to recommend you that girl that did a basic twist out on 3C hair. And there was even an example that was given of, in the past, people who had looser curls making really basic videos. But people are so amazed and so obsessed and almost in awe that their hair can do that. Like, you mean you get under the shower and your curls are perfect? Like, what? People will click that, and the YouTube algorithm knows that. So at the end of the day, we can't get mad at the YouTube algorithm, but if you don't look like that and you don't have that type of hair, it's really hard, and it makes you feel bad, because you feel like people aren't checking for me. Okay, nobody wants to know how I get my twist out. Nobody wants to know how I do my braid out, because they can find several other videos of content creators who have the hair that they want to have. So at a certain point, what I have heard a lot of creators say, like, why should I keep making natural hair content? People aren't checking for me. They're checking for the hair that they want to have. Like, people are looking for those quick hacks. And I feel like because my hair is a little bit longer, doesn't look long, but you know, because my hair is a little bit longer, people have been watching my videos for that. It's like, even if you go to my channel, my most watched videos are videos about long hair. So even if you have type 4 hair, you sometimes feel like you're pushing a box, and you have to make content about that, or else people aren't checking for you. I've wondered sometimes, like, yo, I don't know if I want to cut my hair, but if it was even an option, like, would people still watch my videos? Would people still be checking for me? Or do they want thick, long hair down their back? It makes you feel very insecure, is what I'm trying to say. So where I feel like I've been part of the problem with this, like, confession time, I have been the person to click on the video by the type 3 hair curly person, okay? Because I was so in awe that her hair can do that. You mean, you have volume, curl definition, and no shrinkage? How, Sway? How? Teach me the way. So I've been there. I have been the person that's given them the clicks, which then enables them to grow quicker than a 4C content creator, and which also makes YouTube think like, oh, this content is better. So I have been part of the problem, people. Another way I've been part of the problem is that I feel like the insecurity that I was saying, like if you have type 4 hair and it's long, people want to see content about it. So I've been making the content, and I felt stuck. I felt like I didn't really have a choice, and if I wanted to grow, this is the type of content I need to make. And I'm not saying that I don't love the content that I make or I'm not proud of it, but I am saying this idea and this insecurity has shaped my content, and it has determined some of the content that I make. And if I know that that's true, then I'm part of the problem. If you recognize yourself in this, I'm not judging. This is confession time. I think it's time for us to make mindset changes. We need to rethink and we need to reteach ourselves what is beautiful. And the things that we don't like about our hair, we need to teach ourselves that it is beautiful. After we have that mindset shift, I feel like our behavior is going to follow, and that the natural hair community is going to follow. But you will be able to live a more healthy life. Okay, that was a lot, but moving on. The second problem with the natural hair community that a lot of people mentioned, and I feel it's worth mentioning again, is brands. A lot of people were just saying that the fact that there's so much money in circulating in the natural hair community, that you have so many brands, that this community has become like a big money business, is part of the problem. You guys know I don't have a lot of experience with working with brands and sponsorship. I feel like I'm just finally getting to a point where it's like, okay, I have the numbers to start working with brands, so I can't speak on that. But some of the videos have mentioned that a lot of brands actually want to work with more people with looser curl patterns than people with tighter curl patterns. I feel like there are two types of brands. I think that there are some brands who do this, who genuinely are oblivious and want to work with the influencers who have the big numbers. Now, if we refer back to our first problem, we know why that group of big influencers, like there's an underrepresentation of people with 4C hair, people with 4B hair in that group. We now know why. So to those brands, like I don't think they're doing it on purpose. They just want to get the most bang for their buck. But there are some brands, honestly, who do this on purpose. You cannot tell me otherwise. It has been shown that in marketing you have different type of techniques, and one of the techniques is just hold up a vision of this is what you can achieve if you use my product, knowing that they can never achieve it, so they have to buy more and more and more and more and more of your product. And there are brands that are doing that on purpose. That's why they don't show you the type 4 hair, because our history hasn't taught us to like the type 4 hair. So they're using that old tactic, but then in a new, they bring it in a new way, and we fall for it every time. We, that's you and me, who are part of this problem, need to work on our mindset, and we need to make sure that our behavior and the things that we gravitate towards change. And if you're a brand, you have a smaller brand, even if you have type 3C hair, just make sure that you have representation across the board. So the third problem with the natural hair community that some people have touched on was consumerism. And honestly, I get it. Brands are pushing products like it's crack. I mean, everybody wants to have the next best thing. And as a content creator, you really do feel like you have to be on the hamster wheel, because new product reviews, they get you views. I was a bit conflicted on this if I was part of the problem, because I feel like on my channel, I do my best to only bring you products that I love and products that I'm genuinely intrigued by. Because honestly, I like trying new products, I like experimenting, I like doing product reviews. So I bring that to the channel and I share. And if I ever convinced you to buy a product that you don't need, I'm sorry, that's not my intention. I just want to, I just want to bring my interest and my hobby to the channel. And if you ever need my opinion on a product, you can find it. So that's why I do what I do. But there has been a point where I felt a lot of pressure to get the newest products. And it's draining, okay? It's not only draining of money, and it has drained me of a lot of money. It's very draining of money, okay? I'm going on a tangent, but listen, I live in the Netherlands, okay? So to get the product, I not only have to buy the... To get the product, I not only have to pay for the product, I have to pay extra for shipping, and then I gotta pay customs to get it into the Netherlands. Or I can't get the product at all because they don't ship to Europe. So it takes a lot more for me to get the product. And nobody asked me to do that. But like I said, if you know that it gets views and you're a smaller creator, you feel the pressure to jump on the bandwagon or to be the first one to review it. So in that sense, I do feel like there are some times where, yeah, I could have contributed to consumerism. I probably need to look into that. Yeah. And other places I've just felt a lot of pressure because I know I'm not gonna be the first one to have the product because it has to make an entire trip around the world to come to me. I'm gonna be the first one to have the product. So I feel like with that, I have been part of the problem. And the last problem with the natural hair community that I have heard almost every video touch on is that the subject is becoming boring. People don't want to see the 100 twist out video. It's the question of how many twist out videos, how many wash day routines can you make before it becomes boring. Boring to you, the creator, but also boring to the audience. We're gonna be very honest right now, you and I, let's get in there. We're gonna be very honest. There have been times, multiple times, where I've been very bored with the videos that I've been making. And in the past, it's been that way. I feel stuck sometimes. But also there have been other times where it's like, after feeling bored, the creative juices start flowing and I find an entirely different way to approach a video. And this is the point where I'm gonna ask you to be honest with me. It's gonna hurt, but I wanna know, and be honest please. Don't be cruel, but be honest. Have there been times where you've been bored with my content? Are you bored with my content now? Please let me know. I really do wanna know. I think I do. Yes. So for me, I've been conflicted on this part because I've told y'all multiple times that I'm gonna do other things besides natural hair, and you guys have been very supportive. It's just that I chicken out every time. I make 1 or 2 videos and I see that they don't have the views that the long hair videos do, and then I don't make them anymore. So I feel like I'm part of the problem because I haven't been my full entire self here on YouTube because I was afraid I was gonna fail. I can't make it prettier than it is. I was afraid that I was gonna fail. It's come to a point where I'm not gonna quit the natural hair community. I'm not gonna quit natural hair content because the key for me now is to be consistent. So quitting that would be counterproductive. But what I do have to say, making natural hair content is hard work. It takes a lot of time to film. It takes even more time to edit. I'm at a point now, it's not only that I want to make more content besides natural hair, I actually have to. If I want this channel to grow and survive, I have to upload multiple times a week. And with natural hair content, it's not only hard, it's hard, sweetie, to do that consistently. I always say I'm gonna dabble in multiple subjects, but I really have to do it. So all I can say is this, like you guys are always supportive when I say that I'm gonna do this. If you see me doing other subjects, if you see it, please click, please watch. I know that I have to work and to make content that is deserving of your view, your like, your comment. I'm definitely gonna take that seriously and I'm gonna do it. But if you see it, help your girl out, click the video and give me a chance to earn your view, your like, and your comment. Yeah, family, so that's how I feel I have been contributing to the toxicness of the natural hair community. And I don't know, if you feel like you recognize yourself in at least one of these things, you might be contributing as well. The only thing I want to repeat is this: I don't think the solution is to quit the natural hair community. Like I said, you and I make up the natural hair community, and if we don't work on the problem that lies in us, the natural hair community is gonna stay toxic. And the toxic marketing schemes that people throw at us, they're still gonna be effective if we don't change what we gravitate towards. And I understand that for some creators, it is the solution to make less natural hair content or to even make no natural hair content. For me personally, that's not where I'm at. My focus is that I need to be consistent, y'all. Like, I need to push through and I need to start making other type of content besides natural hair content. Like, I really have to. I've been saying it for how many years and I haven't done it. So that's me. Let me know down below in the comments, how are you feeling? Do you feel like the natural hair community has become a toxic place? Has it been affecting you? Let's have therapy in the comments. And also, while you're at it, let me know what other type of subjects you would want to see from me. So I'm definitely gonna focus on skincare, fashion, because I'm a plus size girl, you know. I feel like that could be helpful, and inspirational videos. That's what I'm gonna be focusing on. But I was also thinking I might do a vlog of life in the Netherlands, but we're in quarantine now, we're in lockdown now, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But let me know what you would want to see from me, and I might just do it. If it makes my heart happy, I might just do it. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me ramble. Give it a thumbs up if you feel me on this video. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video, which coincidentally, boom, boom, I've placed 2 right here. I'm too hyped today. Have a wonderful day, you wonderful human being, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.